those of you that are new and haven't seen this before, my favorite thing in the whole entire science world are molecules called polymers. And molecules are small things that you can only see with a microscope. And my favorite molecule is polymers. You need to go to the restroom? Go. So, polymers are small molecules that if you look at under a microscope, they look like links of chain. Got it? Little tiny links of chain under a microscope. You can't see with your eye. And the reason why they're made out of links of chain is which is what allows rubber bands to stretch. Polymers, you can stretch them and not break them. But if you stretch them too far, guess what? They break. So they're my favorite. So what I like to do with this rubber band is I like to do a little polymer trick for you. And I'm going to take these two rubber bands. I'm going to put one behind the other, just like that. See that? And it's stuck there. Now the only way I can get this rubber band to come out from the other side of the rubber band is to move either those fingers or those thumbs, right? And to do that, I'm going to stretch it out. And if I did move that finger, you're going to see it. Watch. If I move the thumb, you'll see it move. You see how long it took me to put it back over there? Same thing if I move this thumb over here. If you see how sloppy I was on that? If I move that thumb, you'll see it. You'll see if I move this thumb right here and put it back on. You saw that. Same thing with the fingers. It takes too much effort, Riker. It takes too much effort to move this finger without you seeing it. Watch. Oh, almost lost the whole rubber band there. But I'm going to do it for you because polymers are cool and they stretch. And if I heat up the polymers, they like to stretch a little bit easier, and I can take this rubber band and move it through the other one. You want to see me move it through the rubber bands? Yes. Watch. It is still underneath. Do you agree? It's there. I'd have to move those fingers if I wanted to take the rubber bands off and move it through. But I'm just going to heat them up and get the rubber bands nice and warm to the point where I can pull the rubber band through the other rubber band, right? Ready for this? See how it's still stuck, right? Let's keep warming up. Keep warming up. 3, 2, 1. Watch. No. Science. It's like magic, but real. That's what it says on my shirt. So why did I show you that? The reason why I showed you that is because of this. Polymers, you know a thing is made out of polymers if it can stretch. This balloon is made out of polymers because guess what? Balloons stretch. Gums stretch, right? Slime stretches. Those are all made out of polymers. So here's what's really cool. You gotta pay attention. This is the coolest thing, and I haven't shown anybody in this school except for this grade. Are you ready? Because you saw me bring this balloon in, right? Normally I don't bring the balloon in. I was gonna do it for 4th grade, but I ran out of time. So I want to do it for your class. I got a nice wet stick here, which I don't want a wet stick. I got this stick here. Sharp wooden stick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the balloon with this, I'm going to pierce the balloon, I'm going to poke it, and I'm going to poke it without popping it. Without popping it. Now listen, let me tell you why. This is the most important thing. I'm sure some of you have seen it on YouTube. Those of you that are big YouTube fans, I've been doing this for 14 years, way before YouTube was even popular, which means I should have put this on YouTube so I could become popular. But all these people have now stolen all the tricks that I know and are making tons of money, and I'm still here doing it for you. I don't need money. So what I'm telling you is, I've been doing it way before YouTube, and what YouTube hasn't shown you is that they'll stick something sharp through this part of the balloon to this part of the balloon. Well, what if I told you I could do it through the side? That's the hard part. Because remember, polymers stretch. And if you stretch them too much, what happens? Pops. This part of the balloon is really stretched. The part that's tied, you see how it's darker pink? Yeah. It's not stretched that far. And there's one more spot on the front. You see a darker dot on the front of the balloon? Yeah. That part's not stretched. That's the part that people go through to make sure that they don't pop the balloon. Because you can stretch it just a little bit, enough to get this through the balloon without popping it. So those of you that don't like popping balloons, you might want to cover your ears because sometimes balloons don't like to work with me, and 1 out of 10 I end up popping. I haven't popped one yet this year. So those of you that don't like popping sounds, the easiest part is through the knot area. That's the hard part there. And as long as I didn't make the balloon too big. What's that?
I will close the door because...
We don't need to close the door. Here we go. Here we go. Remember, polymers allow this to happen. Shh. Riker, science doesn't happen real fast. But the stick is already through. Look at, you see this?
Wait, it looks like cotton candy.
It's a balloon on a stick.
It looks like cotton candy.
This is the hard part, so I need to make sure you're absolutely quiet.
Okay.
So I gotta concentrate here. I gotta find the right spot to stick it through. Oh, it's in. And then you can see me poking around. I don't know if those of you that are close, you can see there's the point right there. It's the hard part. Ah, got it. A balloon on a stick. Look, I can spin the balloon too. It's going in the air. Now, here's the easy part, pulling the stick out. 3, 2, 1, pulling the stick. Look at that, pretty cool, huh? Here's the one thing I do want to tell you. I am going to pop the balloon right now. Ready? 3, 2, 1, popping the balloon. I know. So, that is possible because of polymers. Cool?